Hey guys, I'm Justin Fineis. I'm educational technology or instructional technology coach down in Aldine ISD in Houston, Texas, northern part of Houston, Texas. I'm here at I2 for Prodigy. We such a big user of Prodigy game in our district, specifically my school, that they asked me to come up and present for them.
Yeah. So give a quick summary of what Prodigy does, kind of a 45-second elevator pitch.
Oh, boy.
For the listeners.
I only get 45 seconds?
Yeah, well, no, you got longer than that.
No, you can take as long as you need.
Yeah, no. Well, what basically Prodigy is let me give you a little bit of backstory.
Yeah.
So Prodigy started, the gentleman who started Prodigy was kind of it's part of Kumon Learning. He always took part of a Kumon Learning Center, and then he'd go home and play video games, you know. And so I guess he put two and two together, and he's like, man, what if I could do all this stuff I'm learning at the Learning Center, but have it be a part of my World of Warcraft or my Pokemon game?
Yeah.
So you see a lot of influences of World of Warcraft and Pokemon inside the game. It's legitimately a game that kids love to play. That they can go and it never ends. There's more worlds you got to beat things to move into the next world, and but at the same time they're getting fed quality math problems, like not just 1 + 1, but quality math problems that are making you higher level thinking type questions. So
that's awesome. So he figured this out, and it just boom.
Yeah, he actually went on Canada's version of Shark Tank.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And 4 of the 5 investors wanted to get in on it, but they were asking for like 50% of the company or something like that. So
Right,
of course,
yeah.
he turned it down.
Right.
And when it launched, I think it was 2013. They started off with 3,000 users, and just this year they're over 12 million.
Wow.
Users of
amazing.
Prodigy.
Well, and good for him. There is love America.
Yeah,
It's
outstanding.
really, capitalism rules.
Yeah.
So how did you guys find out about it? Did a conference or something, or someone brought it back to the district?
Yeah,
How
it's
did
just
you find about it?
I'm always kind of looking for the latest and greatest, and I came across them just I think it was at TCEA in Austin, and I came across them, and I didn't pay much attention to it, and I just kind of was going through my cards of what people I've met, and I got in there, started playing. I was like, this is great. And to be honest with you, this I said, okay, I'll try it out 2 years ago. I'll try it out with one grade level, and they were nuts. And the craziest thing started happening to me is every day in the morning, kids are running up to me to tell me how much math they did. And I can tell you, in my 13 years as an educator, I've never had any program where kids are running up to me in the morning to tell me how much math they did the night before and what their level wizard is.
Oh, wow.
And so I got, starting this school year, first day back for the school year, on my desk is an invoice for $9,500 for another math program that we've been using. And Prodigy is completely free. Completely free to the school district. And the other program, I'm not going to knock it, it was a good program, but kids got bored of it. It wasn't an interactive game where you go deeper and deeper. Pretty much this other one, you did the problems and you did it over and over again. It was the same things over and over, and after a couple of months, you got that, we got to do this again? Where Prodigy, end of the year, last week of school, I'm saying, hey, you guys in Prodigy all year, you want to do something, play something around? Half the kids still did Prodigy, and they get mad at you if you don't let them do Prodigy. That's nuts. And if you take away the word Prodigy and replace that with math, because that's what they're doing, there's no way in this game to maneuver around there and not do math. There's no way to go and waste time in the game and just kill time.
Right.
Because they've got these little monsters like Pokemons that come to you, and you have to battle them. And then you can capture them, make them your own pet, and they'll do battles for you.
Wow. That's cool.
It's so thoughtful, well thought out, well interactive. I know there's other games out there where they're very cool on the front end, but they're not there on the back end.
Yeah.
Prodigy, I would say, I guarantee you for every hour they spend on the front, they're spending 2 hours on the back for the teachers. Because it drills down. It tells you your students who are... it tells you what students are struggling. It shows you the problems that they're missing. It shows you the answers that they chose. And you can, real time, when they're doing the game, a lot of teachers have their admin up and they're refreshing to see the scores coming in real time so that they can call that student over right away and start solving these problems so that they can go, it's on the spot, real time teaching. So that hour or 30 minutes or whatever that the teachers are spending, it's so powerful than putting them into another program and hoping the program teaches them the way the teacher could teach them.
Right. And it's relevant. It's relevant.
It's relevant.
Real time. Let's get this taken care of right here. And what a neat way to get through all the bushes, to cut through all the junk, and go, let's get right to the heart of the matter. Jeff and David. So David already knows all this math. Great. He's rocking and rolling. Jeff needs help right here. Let's get on that and let David keep playing. And when I need to step in, I'll step in.
Yeah.
So that really takes a lot of the problems out of teaching. Out of cluttering up time and wasting time over the students.
Another thing, and I feel like I'm rambling, but I'm really passionate about Prodigy here. One of the most powerful things that happened, and I kind of stumbled on it by accident, is it levels the playing field. And what I mean by this is, I had a fourth grade class come in, and it's with some inclusion students in the class, and one boy in particular stands out. I think he was about a second grade level max. That's where he was at in math.
Sure.
Of course, he hates math. And he's not in the same where everybody's at. So math class, he's like, Well, Prodigy, I went in, I assigned him in the game his level, and when I assigned the rest of the kids their level. So he's playing in the fourth grade with this fourth grade class, and all of a sudden he starts beating his classmates in math.
Oh, man.
They don't know that he's getting second grade. He's not embarrassed about it. That's what's coming when they're battling. They go to head because these students, it's interactive. They see each other in the game. They request each other to battle, and you can battle each other.
Right.
And they're giving him praise, like, man, how are you beating us? That's awesome.
Yeah.
So he does. He goes home and plays Prodigy all night. He comes back the next time in the lab. He has the highest level wizard in the class, and kids are running from him.
Yeah.
They don't want to battle him.
They don't want to battle him, right?
So as he's leveling up in the game and in life, in his education, is the game adjusting the math appropriately to help get him to the fourth grade level?
It is. It has an algorithm, and I've seen a cool graphic on it for the first time. Project with it. It's like one step forward, two steps back. So you answer the problem, you move up and do another one. And you got to get answer 10 in a row to consider that particular, in Texas we call them teaks, or that particular standard mastered. So I might get 3 right, and I miss one, and I go back 2. I keep repeating that until I can get 10 in a row correct.
Oh, that's awesome.
And then it moves them through their teaks that way. So it's built in. So we have teachers that are like, okay, I'll do this Prodigy thing, but I'm not signing no assignments. I don't have time for that. I'm too busy.
Right.
Well, that's fine. The kids are still going to get it. It's not going to be as effective. It's not going to have that same powerful thing if you're assigning, if you're a second grade teacher and you're teaching two-dimensional shapes. If you're teaching two-dimensional shapes in class, and then at the same time you've taken 30 seconds to assign two-dimensional shapes in Prodigy, think about it. You've got the kids essentially going home and doing everything you taught in class in the game in a fun way.
Well, and they're applying what they're learning.
Exactly.
Isn't that what we're trying to do? What we're trying to get them to make that connection between the stuff I'm being told in class and, in this case, in their real world application being this game they're playing. And wait, that's what I learned in class. So yes, it has this many sides, or it looks like it's this type of polygon, or it's this type of, and there it is. They get to make that connection.
Yeah, man, it's nuts. I have a son. He's 6 years old. He's going to the second grade, and I started him on Prodigy between his kindergarten and his first grade class. And he would play, and I just put it on and let him see what he could do. He would come to me with these more complex questions because Prodigy, he's gotten where everything that he knows. And Prodigy's starting to give him stuff that he doesn't know.
Yeah.
And he's frustrated because he doesn't want to lose these battles.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So he runs to me and he's like, Dad, you got to tell me how to do this. How do I multiply?
Right.
He's kindergarten going to first grade. Ask him, how do I start doing this multiplying?
That is amazing.
Now he's going to second grade. He's running to me, Dad, how do I divide?
Yeah.
And then he got in first grade. I'm like, how's your math test? He's like, Dad, I did all this stuff over the summer in Prodigy.
Yeah.
It's nuts. And if you talk to anyone, the teacher that's doing Prodigy, they have their own family members doing it.
Yeah.
And that says a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a lot of programs the district buys, and they think it's a good thing, but we're not like, can I please put my son in it? Or can I please
so let's talk about that side of things in terms of, you've got teachers who have students. You've got a personal example. So your student is already just killing it with what the other students are just now starting to learn.
Right.
Because, he's been doing it, he's been playing the game, he's been learning on his own, he's moved up to the next level and started learning that. Are the teachers adjusting to that? Or are you meeting with some resistance to that?
I wouldn't say resistance. I do have, I have various levels of users. I do have some teachers that they let Prodigy figure it out where the kids are at. I have some teachers that the kids do a session of Prodigy, and then they go back to the classroom and pull up that same session on the overhead, and they go over the exact same questions, go over their performance in Prodigy. Hey, I noticed you missed these 3 questions in a row. Let's, as a class, make sure they were all on and can answer these next time we play Prodigy. Yeah. And those teachers are the ones that are saying, this kid got it. I'm going to start going. I'm a second grade teacher, but I'm going to start throwing some third grade teaks or some fourth grade teaks in there just to see if they can do it.
Wow.
I mean, and that's awesome.
It's huge, and it's awesome because at that point, you're helping build the whole idea of competency-based learning, right? Once I can demonstrate that I am competent in doing this, and not only that, I'm excelling at doing this at this particular level, then let me grow and let me move forward. And so maybe in language arts, you're still second grade level. In math, however, you're excelling, you're already at a fourth grade level. But that's okay. Yeah. We're just going to keep going, and right. the language arts will figure out how to catch that up or whatever. And
well, Prodigy, the game itself and their algorithm, it's going to get them there whether the teacher assigns them the harder stuff or not. It's going to get them there eventually. Right. It just won't be as quick. Yeah. I mean, because it's a computer. It's not a human. Sure. Sure. But so it's constantly figuring out where the students are at. And some days I'll look at a third grader doing 1 + 1. I'm like, what is going on? Yeah. Oh, you finished all your assignments, and now Prodigy's reevaluating where you are. Unfortunately, they get through that pretty quickly and they move on. So.
That's really
so
awesome.
Cool.
So let's talk. So it's free.
It's free.
Free.
And now let me say this. That's another thing about this company. So I'm in a low-income district in general. Our school is very low-income. Mm-hmm. This year, I think our enrollment was 1,050. So we have 1,000 kids, and I would say maybe 10 of the kids actually got a license, or not even a license, a membership, because there's opportunities in the games for kids to become members. And it gives them extra stars where they can level up, or they get these extra cool boots or little things that they can get in there. So Prodigy, I'm in back of my mind, I'm worried like, hey, we're a low-income district. We're not going to sell a lot of memberships for them. And I have to say, Prodigy's never once said, where's the memberships? How can we not sell memberships? Right. They've offered all kinds of support. They've even went out of their way to try to set up a competition run by them where teachers can compete with each other. And they offered to, I think, even sponsor the prize. I mean, it's nuts. So they're not saying, hey, I'm only going to focus on this wealthy school district. They're focusing on all school districts across the board. And I can say, of these thousands of students we have playing, and only a few having a membership, none of them have felt like I've got to have a membership to play. Right. Yeah. The game is not set up that way. Mm-hmm. I mean, it's just not. It's cool. I know some games are like, you get the unpaid version and it's very limited, and you really need to buy the full version to get out of it, and that's not their structure. So,
that's cool. Well, and haven't they added toys, the epics? The
epics, yes. Yeah. And so I'll be honest with you, as a, like I said, I don't work for Prodigy. Sure. They just have me here to talk about it because I'm a super user, I guess. My first thought was like, man, this is kind of a scheme like to get kids to buy these plastic toys. Right. I've come to realize, and my son has informed me particularly, Dad, it's not really about the toy, because inside that box, your Epic box, is a code that will unlock this toy. This plastic toy is actually a creature in the game. So the first one is Big Hex, and he's this really cool robot with his own specific spells that he can do in the game. So it's really cool. So now my son has his Big Hex above his computer, and at the same time he's playing with the Big Hex inside the game. So that's cool. We just gave away one here. I seen somebody out of the corner of my eye. I just found I was tweeting out some hints where he's at. Yeah. And he's gonna be surprised because these things are like gold to the kids. When he comes back, his kids are gonna be like, that's like the ultimate prize right there for the kids to get them
that'd be really cool.
A Big Hex.
Even if you take it to your classroom, different kids. So could you do this if you take it to your classroom? You use the code only once.
Only once, yeah.
But it's a classroom code. That would be neat if they could apply it to
the classroom. Well, hey, another cool thing about Prodigy with their membership structure, the way it works, is if you get, say your PTA, which usually happens, a PTA will buy a couple memberships for the kids, you know. These memberships are not tied to one kid. So if I get a 12-year membership or a 12-month membership or whatever, I can give...
Any kid can use it.
Yeah, this kid, you know, player of the week can use it for 2 weeks. The next player of the week can use it for another 2 weeks.
You can tie those epics to that account.
Yeah. Well, the epics, it won't tie. So that's something different. But just the fact, that's another gold thing, like for a kid to be a membership, even for a week. You know, I'll make them a member for a week because they're player of the week, and they'll run and buy all these things that they've wanted to buy. And they've got all their gold saved up for that time that they're going to be player of the week. They go in and buy, and funny enough, they have little houses and they buy furniture for their houses inside the game. So
they get to keep that after they're the player of the week.
Yeah,
they get to keep everything.
Yeah, and after, so you buy all this stuff with your membership, and it's not like they take it away when you're no longer a member. You just can no longer buy any more member stuff.
Yeah, that's really cool.
That is
That's perfect for a classroom.
It's perfect. So, I mean,
well, it gives them incentive to keep working on it, especially the way you're doing it, where it gives them the incentive to keep collecting those coins, so that when they do have enough gold or whatever the coins are in the game, when they do have enough of that, and they do whatever it takes to become the member of the week, then I can save
finally
up and get this. All right, and then you go this big spending binge.
they literally do that. Maybe that first time they log in as a member, it's like, whoa, I'm going shopping, and they go on a spending spree.
Literally kids in a candy store.
Yeah, it truly is.
Okay, so getting in touch with Prodigy, that's easy. When it's prodigygame.com,
right?
Go there. They're on Twitter. So getting in touch with you. So if we have a listener who says, I got to get in touch with the man. So how can they get in touch with you?
They can follow me at Twitter. It's at Fineis Tech, so Fineis Tech. And feel free, I'll throw my email out there. It's jkfineis, Fineis, at aldineisd.org, and that's ALDINEISD.org.
Sweet. So hey man, thanks for coming by, and we have tchotchke too.
That's right.
Oh, awesome.
We like to
it's
give
not
out
quite
tchotchke.
a cool figure,
that's
but
a great sticker. But you've now been interviewed by the EduTech guys. So
very cool. Very
cool. One day this might be collector's
edition. Add it to my bling. Well, thanks for having me.
Thanks for stopping by, man. It was
just
awesome.
like I said, it's a cool program.
Yeah.
13 years educator. I just haven't seen anything yet to come across and have these kids so excited.
Well, your excitement about it is enough to, I hope your sessions are going great. I hear that they are. Everyone's very excited about Prodigy Games.
It's been very fun. Well, thank you very much, guys.
Well, very good to meet you.
Take care. Nice to meet you.
Thanks for stopping by, man.
Excellent.
Enjoy the rest of the